Hello everybody, that's it, we've made it to day 20 of the White Rose Maths problems of the day. This is the final set from this year's problems of the day. So follow me through, we'll go through the orange and the blue questions and then I'll show you something at the end of the video. Okay, so as ever, let's start with our orange questions. You can see here, we've got a few different number sentences in question one. And we have to complete the missing gap. So in the first number sentence, we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Then we have an equal sign, and then we have something times 5. Okay, so we know that because there is an equal sign, that means whatever is on this side is the same. They will total the same on this side and this side. But I also know that I sometimes describe multiplication as repeated addition, because if you have so many lots of something, it's like you are adding it to itself each time. So if I am adding 5 to itself each time, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of 5. So my missing number here is 4. And you can check that. 5, add 5 is 10, add 5 is 15, add 5 is 20. 4 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so now we've had a look at the first one. That might help you fill out the gaps for the next one. So this time we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals so many lots of 5 again. Different number this time, isn't it? So I can't just say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 2 and then have 5 lots of 5 on the other side. But I did just give a clue in my reading. I have 5 lots of 2. So you could say that 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 5 lots of 2. Now the other thing that we know about multiplication is it can be done in either order. It doesn't matter which way round the numbers go in multiplication. So in this case, the missing number is a 2 because we have 5 lots of 2 or 2 lots of 5. Again, you could check it. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 2 lots of 5, 5, 10. Okay, so the first missing number was 4. The second missing number was 2. What about this time? We've got 10 plus 10 plus 10 is so many lots of 5. So I am just going to use a bar model to show you this one. I'm going to say I got 10 plus 10 plus 10. So I got 3 lots of 10. But I've also want to know how many lots of 5 I've got. Now I know something about 5 and 10. I know 5 is a factor of 10. But in fact, there are 2 5s for every 10. So all I'm going to do is split each block of 10 into 2 blocks of 5. And now my top bar, which totaled 30, my bottom bar also totals 30. So I had 3 lots of 10, but I've got 6 lots of 5 because for every lot of 10, I had 2 lots of 5. So it is 6 lots of 5 for that third one. And in the last number sentence, 5 minus 5 equals blank lots of 5. Well, if we have 5 and then we take 5 away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got nothing left. So how many lots of 5 do I have if I've got nothing? Well, I've got 0 lots of 5. Remember that anything times 0 or 0 times anything is 0. So if you've got no lots of 5, you've got none. I give you no lots of 5 sweets. I don't give you any sweets. Okay, let's have a look at orange question 2 then. Lou has got 5 bananas. Dan has 8 times as many. So how many bananas do they have in total? So Lou has got 5 bananas. Dan has got 8 times as many. So If I draw this out, nearly ran out of room on my whiteboard, but I can draw it out in a bar model like this to demonstrate that if Lou has got one lot of 5, his 5 bananas, and Dan has 8 times as many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, he has 8 lots of 5. Now we've got very confident with our 5 times table, so 8 lots of 5 we will recognise is 40. But we haven't been asked how many bananas that Dan has. We've been asked how many bananas they have in total. So we need Dan's whole bar, which is 40, and we need Lou's whole bar, which is 5, and we need to add these because a total is combining them. So 40 and 5 means that between them they have 45 bananas. Okay, and on to question 3 for day 20 then. A bag contains 100 counters. So I'm going to draw it up as I go, 100 counters. Susie takes out 26 counters. Okay. Mark takes out 39 counters. How many counters are left in the bag? So if I draw out my bar model, my whole bar is 100 counters. Susie takes a part, she takes 26. Mark takes a part, he takes 39. What part is left? We've done loads of these over the last 20 videos. We need to total the 2 parts we have and then find the difference to our whole. So we need to do these added together and then take those away from 100. Now please do write this one down. It's a really good opportunity to practice your column addition if you write it down like so. I'm going to think about what I know about how close numbers are to each other. I know that if I take 1 off of 26, I get to 25. And if that 1 I took off, I add on to my 39, it makes 40. And 25 plus 40 is a much simpler sum for me to do in my head. So I believe they total 65. But if you don't trust me, come over and do it this way. 6 plus 9 is 15. And 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 6. 65. Remember, it will equal the same because I balanced by taking 1 off the other and adding it to that one. Okay, so if the whole bag contained 100 and Susie and Mark have taken 65 between them, how many are left in the bag? Well, I'm going to count up again, doing my hops on the number line. 5 hops get me to 70, and then 10, 20, 30 hops get me to 100. So the amount left in the bag equals 35. As we keep going through these videos, now we're on day 20, you'll have found that your mental maths is speeding up a little bit using those number bonds. Brilliant. Okay, that is orange done. Let's have a look at blue. So back to our balancing of our number sentences here, making sure that the left and the right side of the equal sign are the same or are balanced. Okay, so 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 equals blank times 25. Well, we remember, don't we? We know timesing is repeated addition. We added 25 4 times, which means we have 4 lots of 25. So your first one is 4 times 25. Now the second one here, this is just like the bar model I drew for you in the orange questions, where we've got 4 bars of 10, but for each of those bars of 10, we need to cut it in half again to make it a bar of 5. So if we have 4 lots of 10, we have 8 lots of 5, because for every 10 there's 2 5s. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 lots of 5, or 8 times 5. Okay, same principle for this one then. How many lots of 5 do you have in 25? So this time we have 4 bars, but instead of being worth 10, they're worth 25. Now, how many 5s make 25? That's right, it's 5. So that means for every 25, I have 5 5s. 1, 2, 3. So obviously it's far too small for me to count on my bar model, but I know for every one of those, there's 5 of these. So I'm going to count in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 4 lots of 25 is the same as 20 lots of 5. Okay, nearly there now then. 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 is how many lots of 100? Now, some of you might recognize this number because it's one that we use quite often, particularly when looking at fractions, decimals, and percentages. But I know that 25 add 25 is 50. And then if I add that to itself again, it is 1 lot of 100. 25 plus 25 plus 25 equals 100. Okay, now this last one, we've got to look very carefully at this last number sentence because it's not all additions. We have some subtractions in here. So we're going to do 25 plus 25, which gives us our 50. Then we're going to take 25 back off again. So we've just gone back to where we started of 25. And then we're going to take another 25 off. So we had 25, we've taken 25 away, meaning we've got nothing left. So what's our rule? How many lots of 25 is nothing? It is 0 lots of 25. Okay, last question for us then. Blue question, day 20. Louise is thinking of a 4-digit number. Here are some clues to the number. What could her number be? Now, because I know it is a 4-digit number, the first thing I'm going to do on my whiteboard is label the place value names of those 4 columns. So we have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Now we can start reading the clues. Right, the number is between 4,000 and 5,000. Okay, can I fill out any of my columns yet if it's between 4,000 and 5,000? I think I can fill out the number in the thousands column because the smallest number it could be is 4,001 and the biggest number it could be is 4,999. So this must be a 4. So I'm going to start off by filling out a 4. Super. All the digits are different. Okay, so remember what that means. The digits are the individual numbers and they're all different. So now I know I have a 4 in here. This can't be a 4, this can't be a 4, and this can't be a 4. But I don't know what they are, so I'm just going to have to move on to the next clue. The digit in the tens place, this one, is twice the digit in the thousands place. Well, if we come over to our thousands, we already know this one. So if this digit is twice this digit, it means it is 2 times this digit. What is 2 times 4? It is 8. So we've now filled out that one as well. So it is 4 thousands, it is 8 tens. We just need to figure out the hundreds and the ones. Okay, the sum of the digits is 24. Can you remember what that word sum means? It means the added total. So when you add each of these digits together, so 4 plus something plus 8 plus something, it will equal 24. So we have 2 of the parts. How can we figure out the other 2 parts? That's right, we can add these together. So 4 plus 8 is 12. And the sum of all 4 digits added to 24. So if we do our 24, we take off the 12 we've already got, that leaves us with 12. So we now know whatever digits we put in the hundreds and the ones, they must together make 12. And the last clue we are told is that the number is odd. Now, which column is important for deciding if a number is even or odd? It is the ones column. So if it is an odd number, it will end or have an odd number in the ones column. Remember, our odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So it has to have one of those numbers in here. Okay, well, if it had a 1 in here, and we know that the ones and the hundreds have to add up to 12, what would we need to partner with 1 to make 12? We'd need 11. And the trouble with a 4-digit number, there's no such thing as putting 11 in the hundreds. If we did that, it would be 1 in the hundreds and we'd have to move 1 to the thousands. But we can't change our thousands number, so that's not going to work. Okay, so I can't use 1. We know I can't use 2 because that's an even number and it has to be odd. What's the next odd number after 1? It's 3. Now, what would we add to 3 to make our 12? That's right, it is 9. So I have found an answer. Louise's number could be 4,983. But that is not the only answer. I'm going to give you some clues and I want you to try and figure out the other options. Now, we know the 4 in the thousands and the 8 in the tens, that can't change. We know those are the only options for those columns. But I've written out 3 more starting points as a clue to see, can you figure out what the other numbers could be? Remembering, we know that the 3 and the 9 had to equal 12. And both 3 and 9 are odd because an odd plus an odd makes an even. So could we swap these two round? Let's swap this round and have 3 there and 9 there. Well, 3 and 9 still add to 12 and 9 is still an odd number, so the whole number is still odd. So there's another one. There are 2 more options. See if you can have a go. Now, the way we did it was we went for 1, which didn't work. Then we chose the next odd number, which was 3. And then we swapped it round. But what's the next odd number after 3? It's 5. So if I put 5 in here, what would I have to pair with 5 to make 12? 7. And again, it's another odd number because odd plus odd makes even. So I could swap my 7 and 5 around. And so there are the 4 possible numbers that Louise could have been thinking of. Fantastic work, everybody. You have completed all 20 days of the White Rose Maths problems of the day. Really well done. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you was just as you've been following along with these videos, if you can send me across an email or get a parent or carer to send me across an email to my school email address, so I'll put the link in the description, but it's sgarrett@victoria.pool.sc.uk, then I will make sure that you receive a certificate for all of your hard work. So you can see it's been signed by White Rose Maths, and I will pop in your name and the date of completion for the orange questions, and there's also one for the blue questions as well. I think it's really important to recognise how hard you have all been working. So do send that email across to me, and I'd love to make sure I can see the work that you've been doing. I've really enjoyed filming these videos. I really hope you have enjoyed watching them. So the only other thing for me to say now is, although that is the White Rose maths problems of the day done, that's not it for maths. There's so much more we could do. So do keep coming back to this channel, because there will be some more maths videos to keep us going whilst we're not together in the classroom. I really look forward to seeing you all very, very soon, and I hope you've enjoyed these. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.